Theresa May's speech to the Conservative Party conference this year was so much better than her speech this time last year. Mind you, it was a fairly low hurdle to clear, wasn't it? Those things that happened last year, the backdrop falling apart, her coughing, the P45 that was given to her, none of that occurred this year. She actually came on stage to the strains of Dancing Queen, danced her way on stage. I thought that was rather good. I thought it worked very well. The audience loved it. And she was very confident when she started speaking. In fact, throughout the speech, she had a very confident and clear delivery. What I did like was the fact that she was using notes on the lectern rather than auto cue. She referred to them occasionally, not a lot. She'd clearly done a lot of work on her speech and she'd learnt a lot of the lines, a lot of the rhetoric. And I thought she delivered it well. I thought she delivered it with good pausing. And there was lots of looking up around the audience, even though she was using notes that were down in front of her. So I thought it was a really confident performance. I thought it was a cleverly structured speech as well. She spoke for over an hour. She spoke strongly and clearly for over an hour. And I think she'd practiced a good deal. I think she had some coaching. I think she practiced rather well. But it seemed authentically her. And I think that was one of the most important things about the speech. It was a very centrist speech. I'm not going to get into policy. That's not my area. I'm talking about the technicalities of speaking and structure and so on. But it was a very centrist speech, and I thought some of the targets that she used, some of the things that she talked about, she heaped praise on people like Diane Abbott, for example, and the late Joe Cox, and I thought did that very well. She didn't refer to checkers at all, which I thought was also very clever from a political point of view. Clearly, she was trying to bring people together. She used the word opportunity a great deal. It was written on the lectern in front of her. It was on the backdrop behind her as well. So it wasn't a hidden message. It was a message that was very clear and upfront. She made several policy announcements that had been telegraphed in advance anyway, but she delivered them well. And I think the way that she put the speech together, the way that she structured it, and particularly the fact that she referred to unity throughout and didn't refer to people like Boris by name, was very telling. I thought she had some quite nice gags. Politicians never deliver gags that well in a speech, but the way she delivered it, the lines worked and the audience in the hall appeared to love it. So I think overall, as I say, a much, much better performance than last year. A really strong speech, one of the best speeches I've seen her deliver, particularly to a party conference. So I think as far as Theresa May is concerned this time, I give her a solid 8 out of 10.